trying to get him out to a throw into the flat. It's not there. He's got a defender in his face and has to make something happen, and that's just a football player being a football.
Cleveland Browns broadcaster Nathan didn't hold back about Shedeur Sanders, and also Shedeur Sanders break down a play to the presser that he had to talk to after the game against the Buffalo Bills. We getting ready to talk about it right here on Sports Talk with B. Watts. Do me a favor, do me a solid, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. I'm on my way to 15,000 subscribers, and I can't get there without your help. Put a comment in the comment section. Do you believe that Shedeur Sanders is a franchise quarterback, whether it's for Cleveland or any other NFL team? Yes or no in the comment section. All right, let's get this party started. Let's go. Got it on my mind. Yeah.
Girl, I wanna see you, but I'll see you later. Yeah, there's too much going on, girl, just do me a favor. Yeah, girl, I know you love me, but you know I can't do it.
Cleveland Browns commentator Nathan, who does the play-by-play on the radio, talked about Shedeur Sanders as a quarterback and what he would like to see for the Cleveland Browns to do with Shedeur Sanders going forward in 2026. Let's listen to Nathan, who was a guest on 92, The Fan in Cleveland, talking about Shedeur Sanders. Nathan.
How would you evaluate how Shedeur played yesterday?
His highest completion percentage. There's still things obviously he needs to work on, but I thought, that opening drive and that opening script was so good, and I thought he executed it so well. We saw him make plays with his legs, career high in rushing yards, 49 there. So there were a lot of good things. There are some things that I think still need to be cleaned up, and, the one with Quinshon, that shouldn't be an interception. That's either got to be a catch or it ends up kind of down. But yeah, he threw it, I think, a little before Quinshon was ready, but maybe Quinshon's got to get his head around a little quicker. That one was an unfortunate one. The one area that he's got to work on, and he's had a lot of batted balls with this, is when he's kind of throwing short around the big defensive lineman. He kind of almost just kind of little softly pushes the ball out there. That's where you got to work on changing your arm angles, using your eyes to create little windows to kind of get those balls out. And hopefully that'll clean up, I think, over time as he's learning it. But yeah, I think we've seen at least glimpses. There were parts of this game where he was really, really good. Didn't push the ball down the field as much, but they played a lot of too high shell, and so that was good development, taking what they're giving him, got the ball out of his hand a little bit quicker in this game. So I'm encouraged again. I think that, we're getting to the point where we've seen enough kind of the high upside good that you can say, all right, if we can kind of get to a point where get him a little bit better protection, see the wide receivers, give him a whole year in it, that, I think we have an opportunity to have a real solution at that position.
Once again, that's Nathan over there on 92 Point Fan as a guest on the radio station talking about Shedeur Sanders. He didn't hold back about what he have seen so far from Shedeur Sanders as the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns just need to go ahead and build off Shedeur Sanders, because Shedeur Sanders has shown enough that he's a franchise quarterback. He's shown enough that he can lead a NFL team in this league if given the opportunity. Now, the Cleveland Browns got to do their part. They must build a offensive line better than what they have right now. And they got to do it during the draft, because their salary cap won't allow them to go out and get a big-time left tackle or a right tackle because of the contract with Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson going, $80 million against the salary cap. That's a lot of money. So you got to look at the draft to build an offensive line going forward. You want to be able to protect your quarterback and get a running game. The Cleveland Browns got 10. I said 10. Yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10 draft picks in this upcoming draft. They should identify at least the top 3 offensive linemen that's in this draft and try to get 2 of them. Try to get you 2 offensive linemen. You definitely need whoever the best left tackle in the draft. That's where that number 1 pick need to go. That's where their first pick need to go. Is it the Tiger from Oregon or is it the Tiger from Utah? That's whoever they have on their draft board, that's where they need to go for us that first number 1 pick that they going to have. Now, they get another pick from Jacksonville, and Jacksonville out there balling. So, look like Cleveland going to be stuck around the 20th pick for that second pick in the first round. That's where they need to go get a wide receiver. Whatever wide receiver they have, or trade up with that pick and put another pick with it to get a wide receiver. So you'll have your Tiger, left Tiger on the line, and then you'll have a number 1 wide receiver that you can go into training camp with Shedeur Sanders as your starting quarterback. And then in the second round, you got another pick. You can pick another offensive lineman. That'll help your offensive lineman going forward for next year. Because right now, you cannot go back with this offensive lineman. This offensive line that they have now, they can't go back with that. Matter of fact, it's been reported none of these offensive linemen are under contract for next year. So we're going to see, but I think that's the best bet for them to go and do going forward. As you heard Nathan said, Shedeur Sanders has shown enough that you can build around Shedeur for this upcoming season in 2026. Now, Shedeur got another big-time game coming up this Sunday against Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. They coming to Cleveland. We're going to see how Shedeur Sanders and this Cleveland Browns perform going forward. Now, DJ Metcalf got suspended for 2 games. He's the wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He won't be allowed to play in this game unless he appeal it and win his appeal. But I believe he at least, I know, going to miss this upcoming game this Sunday against Cleveland. He's going to get at least 1 game suspension from the conduct that he did during the game on last Sunday. Let's listen to Shedeur Sanders break down a play by play, to the Cleveland media after the game Sunday. Shedeur Sanders.
And I was telling him, like, during the game, like, I respect their defense. I respect kind of like their coaching and how it was, because if you understand, it was kind of like Tampa 2, that Mike Backer running, walling, taking that middle, because we had a through route, a vertical route from the inside. Then we had a dagger coming. But then as soon as and I'm like, okay, cool. I got the dagger. But then he peeled off and then was waiting on that dagger. So by the time I went there, like, that's the ideal coverage you want a dagger in. You know what I'm saying? But anything else, we would have got to the check down. We would have got to there quicker. But that's the why of you didn't just take that quick completion, because it was there, but that's good coaching. That's good coaching.
That's Shedeur Sanders talking to the media during the game last Sunday. Let them know about a play that he was describing, he was letting them know what happened and what he should have done during the play. That's showing you accountability. That's showing you leadership. He's tired of the foolishness that they've been asking, just messing questions about Kevin this, Kevin that. What do you think about this play? He breaking down the play and what he saw pre-snap and post-snap to the Cleveland media. You see how quiet they is? They don't like that kind of talk. They want him to come out there and throw somebody up under the bus. That's that Cleveland. They messing. They don't know a good thing when they see one. They don't know a good thing when they see one. See, the Cleveland media and the Cleveland coaching staff and the organization, they can't handle Shedeur. He a different cloth. He different. He different from them. They ain't built for this. They got that loser mentality. They don't want to win. They don't know how to win. And, man, I don't know what's going on. It's going to take a miracle for Shedeur to turn this thing around in Cleveland. But he going to need some help. He really going to need some help to turn it around. But, hey, if anybody can do it, 12 can do it. I'm telling you, W12, he can do it. He can do it. Just get him some help, and he can do it. Got a big-time game going up against Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I can't wait for this Sunday to see how Shedeur Sanders perform, and I hope they will leave you there with a win. It's a win of a game, so if Kevin and the play caller don't hold him back, Just don't let him dink and dunk the whole game. Let him air it out. Let him see what he can do. Let him see if he can throw a ball from 15 to 20 yards on a rope in a tight window. Let him test his arm strength against a NFL defense. See, can you fit it in a tight window? He need to find out those things. Only way he gonna find out, he got to do it during a game against another opponent. He can't do it in OTAs. He going against his same teammates. He need to find out what he can do and what he can't do in a real live NFL game, because Pittsburgh, they fighting for a playoff berth. Y'all they 3-12. You're 3-12. You ain't going nowhere. See what your young quarterback can do. Kevin out there singing a new song, talking good about Shedeur. He said Shedeur last name about 10 times in this last press conference yesterday. He said his name about 10 times. I said, man, what's going on with Kevin? He said he like what Shedeur doing. He see the growth in the young cat. He trusts Shedeur. I said, what? What about all this the other day? Even Mary Kay, look what Mary Kay posted, what he said right there. Say he trusts Shedeur in those situations. He trusts him. All of a sudden, I ain't trust him. All right, look at them comments down there below. You see what they were saying when Mary Kay posted that? Yeah, you saying, hey, what was that trust beginning of the season, like you did Dylan Gabriel? What was that trust? What was that trust at the beginning of the season when we told you Shedeur was him? Boy, they killing him, bro. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, hey, you watching Sports Talk. Well, be watched. Do me a favor. Do me a solid. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. I'm trying to get to 15,000 subscribers. Can't get there unless you help me. And put a comment in the comment section. Share this video. Hype the video. Anything you do will be highly appreciated. Once again, thank you for watching Sports Talk. Will be watched. And don't forget, Shedeur Sanders, he is him. I got a live show tonight at 8. Uncle Steve, we're going to be doing it tonight. Come on over and check us out tonight, all right? We would love to have you as our special guest. Got one of the best chat rooms on YouTube. They going to be lit just like they was last night, all right? All right, peace.
Sanders was a lot better than I thought he would be. I'll be honest with you. He showed up. I've had enough of Stefanski.
It's a sad situation. He can only do so much. Shedeur ain't on defense. He can't stop Pollard and that other dude. Get that boy some help.
Hopefully Shedeur can turn things around here in the next few weeks and just give us some positive energy coming up.
Wizard.